Hello guys, today we are going to cover questions. So I'll be explaining to you how to ask questions in Italian. Now this will be the easiest video ever. So you're not expecting this. I'm gonna shock you. Basically, what do you do in English first? What do you do in English to ask a question? To make a statement a question. Basically, you see the book. You add the auxiliary verb do, and then you add a question mark, and if you really want, you can change the intonation. So from you see the book, you go to do you see the book? And this is how you do in English, okay? There's a special case in English where you basically use the verb to be or the verb to have as auxiliary verb. So with all verbs in English, you use do, but if the verb happens to be the verb to be or to have, then you use the same verb and you basically reverse the structure. Okay, so you are good becomes are you good? So the verb, the auxiliary verb, anticipates the subject. Now in Italian it's so much easier. Basically you don't do anything. So if you want to make a question, you just have to change the intonation. So intonation is a lot more important in Italian than it is in English, because if that's missing, people don't understand what you mean. So you see the book in Italian becomes tu vedi il libro. We haven't had a look at verbs, but we'll do that soon. But we know that the personal pronoun that you would expect is tu, you, tu. Tu vedi il libro. Now we add a new word to our dictionary, libro, which means book. By now your dictionary should be quite long. Anyway, libro is masculine because it ends in O and it's a regular word. Therefore, it needs the masculine form of the definite article, and that is il. Vedi il libro. Tu vedi il libro. Or more simply, if we don't put the subject, because in Italian you hardly ever see any subject, it's all implicit. Vedi il libro. The sentence vedi il libro means you see the book. Now if we want to make it a question, instead of saying vedi il libro, we will say vedi il libro. This is a question. Basically, if you have to write it, you add a question mark. Not two, this is not Spanish, just one, like in English. And you change the intonation, and that's it. This is the question. There's no exceptions, basically. This is the point. So when you use the verb to be or to have, it's the same thing. You don't change anything. That's all you have to take away from this video. It's not much, but it's so important. So make sure you remember it. So now you know how to ask questions in Italian, and you know how to write questions in Italian. Also, sorry, you don't know the conjugations, so this is not very important, but vedere is the infinitive form of the verb to see, which appears in our examples. Therefore, write it down. Put it in your dictionary because it will come up. And this is an example of the ere type verb. We've seen that we have 3 different types of verb in Italian, not just one like in English. In English, you just have verbs. In Italian, you have 3 types of verbs, and they are different depending on what their ending is like in their infinitive form. In this case, the verb ends in ere, therefore we will expect this verb to behave like all the ere type verbs, and it does. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click on the like button. I shall see you in the next video and look forward to the dialogue. See ya.